Killing when you pose is a real nigga activity.
Six Pass Dice here, Mr. Lane. If you need me, how y'all doing, man? I'm trying to make this video brief. It comes to my attention that I be cooking for way too long, but I ain't getting the things in return. It's fine. Anyway, much love, much love. We're gonna go ahead and have a little bit of fun. Everything I say here is it's an education. It's for fun. It's for healing. Did you know that I'm a healer? I just figured it out. I'm having Keisha revelations. First and foremost, let me tell you something. I am not anti-Keisha, anti-black people or black women. All right, I am here. I am here as to continue the work of Kevin Samuels. I just realized that. I just realized that, right? And I'm here to help. Okay, you understand? I'm here to help. Don't ever think that I don't got your back. You know what I mean? Don't ever think I don't got your back. I got some of these sound bites now. I mean, for me to hit the right sound bite when I need it.
Little ninja,
Come
I
on,
see
man.
little
Hold on.
crusty ninja.
Never had my back, man. You never had my back.
What's going on?
They never
I
had.
always had your back. You understand?
Told me how much you want to protect you.
They never.
I've been meaning to cook Lupita Nyong'o for a minute. Okay, so I was gonna play the rendition from one of these angry nerd shows where it's like actual like people who are actually a part of like the comic book culture who do content on it and this and that and people who review movies and whatnot. And I wanted to show it because we need to have more white men giving like their opinions on things that place black women in the light that black men see them. So, for example, right, a woman like Lupita Nyong'o, no, I think she's a very attractive woman. I think she's attractive, and I mean, I don't feel like she's like the pinnacle of beauty or nothing like that. I don't really feel like she's someone that, of course, she's not someone that you want to bang really, because she doesn't really have like sex appeal. Because she's not trying to be sexy. Anytime, let me tell that girl something. Very rarely do women look sexy with a short haircut, and maybe because she's dressed sexy, and also you're kind of pretentious because she's one of those actors that when you give her the mic, she don't just try to play it cool and have a nice time and be charming, answer your questions, give a good experience. Women, a part of being feminine is being a good experience. I mean, really for all people, right? It's about being a good experience. But anyway, in this clip, when they talk about the Odyssey and everything, she really tried. She bought Homer, the dude who wrote the Odyssey. Basically, say because what a lot of black women will do, whether they mean to do it or not, you will when you're trying to like, I don't know. For the most part, a side effect of feminism, and my theory holds true. Feminism has made women like really stupid because you don't make good decisions as a feminist. So, for example, even with this movie right here, right? You're in the movie, and rather than having cool things that maybe you and your team thought of to say if you ask this or ask that, you say, you know what I want to do? I'm gonna dump on Homer. I'm gonna pop it on Homer. This story in particular is one of the most famous, most celebrated. Even the way that it's structured, the way that it's written, it's one of the first like great stories, right? This is like before we had movies and stuff like that. It's a poem, really, which I still don't get. I don't know how long the poem is, but this is a poem that is so epic that it was able to convert this into movies. I feel like Vanessa Williams had her breast out in one of the movies back in the '90s and whatnot. Cause those one of the '90s that was on Fox or one of them network channels and whatnot, right? For the Odyssey. First and foremost, I'm going to also make my stance clear. Yo, y'all casting Lupita Nyong'o as Helen of Troy is the weirdest. It's an uncomfortable decision, and because not only that, it's just like you was trying too hard to make a statement. But going back to the whole, it's important to hear these nerds and these weird dudes and basically these white guys who aren't posturing or selling anything or trying to make content, saying what they really think. And the fact that so many white people weren't feeling this whole thing, pause, speaks to the fact that when y'all be saying to each other, go where you celebrate it, go where you love, white men and white white men love you. Go get you a white man. They're looking for you. Look, okay. Take a deep breath. I want you to really, just really, now listen. I want you to imagine. I want you to go do a flashback. I want you to put yourself in any gathering where it was a lot of black folks at, a lot of Negroes at, right? Let's say it's a party. Let's say it's against all odds, right? Let's say it's Dr. J's. When you was growing up, in any of the stores you went to buy your hip hop gear, did you see a big crowd of white guys trying to get in, hanging out, hovering around? Going to the chicken shack, have you ever seen a bunch of Lees, a bunch of Asian guys hanging out around a chicken shack in the hood? Because if it was like that, like you would see them in areas where you know where we be at. It's a point that Kevin Samuels made too, but the overall point is the backlash, because Brad not feeling that shit. Brad, immediately they start calling, when they saw that they casted Lupita Nyong'o as Helen of Troy, they immediately started calling her Helen of Detroit. I said, I'm crying. Come on now. If I snap my fingers, nigga.
You forget that you ever get.
What we doing, black man?
That's what we doing right now.
You feel me?
And
What?
sooner or later, her cookies get crushed.
Cookies is getting crushed out there. It's like, listen, I don't feel bad. Ain't nothing happening to you. You just, you're getting regular critique. Well, you're getting critique that you would get because you're in the public eye. But yeah, bro, and not only that, she's rocking. Is she rocking a Caesar? And every shot of her being Helen, they not. Matter of fact, they made her play Helen bareface. How they convince you to do this role bareface? All right, listen, you are going to be the dustiest Helen ever. The Helen of Troy is supposed to be a woman who is so beautiful, or at least presented as so beautiful that men were fighting wars over her. That's the point. Now, of course, you know the original Helen of Troy didn't exist. There's really no woman who really looks like that, right? But the idea is to give you that feel. They didn't do anything to make it seem as though like that's what she is. That's what she looks like. It's pretty much like, yo, it's almost like you're trying to say, listen, the mother queen goddess is so perfect that fuck it, we're not even gonna put no weave on her. We gonna let her come out there straight Jay-Z Caesar. Could at least give her a shape up. Okay, I feel like that's another thing I feel like too. Don't rock the low cut if you not want to commit. You go. I need the fade, man. And I'm like, damn, who is that for? Because there's no man telling you, oh my, I've never heard a guy say, oh man, I love when a woman has her hair low and nappy. No one ever says that. That's not a thing. And if you is cutting your hair, you'd ask questions. Yo, the dudes don't be asking no questions. If I'm around a woman who got her hair cut low like that, I'm asking questions. I'm gonna be like, so what you got going on? I need to see all your medical history right now, because y'all women be keeping secrets. What kind of secrets Lupita Nyong'o got? And I ain't gonna lie, she look prom divested. Super divested, nigga. But anyway, let's go ahead. This is real quick, man. We ain't gonna play too much. So we're gonna have some brief fun. Like I said before, we're gonna have a little fun. So shout out to this lady. I have a really hard time saying her name. I'm gonna try. No, don't go that way. Amala Ekpunobi. I did it. All right. So I wanted to play the clip of Lupita talking. Oh, all right, great. Okay, okay. All right, that's what's up. So, all right, let's okay. We're gonna try it again. All right.
Feel about the screen time given to these women, considering how little.
Screen
I'd
time.
be like, so Homer, how do you feel about the screen time given to these women, considering how little you spend with them? Oh. Okay.
Oh, brother. A-list act.
The choices that y'all make when you get the mic is crazy. Like, that's what I'm saying. This is one of the, and what I had to find a thing to call this, because this is my case study on how feminism makes everyone stupid. It makes everyone pretend that things that make sense, I'm saying that don't make sense, make sense. Everything that's going on right here makes no sense. Man, go ahead and get the sauce out the freezer, okay? It's one in the freezer. All right. Everything about this don't make no sense. This outfit Ain't making that much sense. Matter of fact, I'm gonna let beloved cook a little bit. I know she be cooking. Let me let her cook. See what you got to say about it real quick. But yeah, so this is her promoting the movie. Artists when they were I'm sorry. All right, let me take it back. I'm sorry. For the Gen Z people, for you people who were not alive when I was alive, or people who are younger than me, basically, right? When the artist or the actor or actresses were promoting a movie, they didn't say negative things. They weren't going viral for saying negative things about the source material or the people who wrote it or where it came from or whatnot. And it's always this thing that if it was written by a man or if it's known for being created by a man, when these women get the mic, they basically say, all right, let me go, rather than have a conversation or just say anything interesting. Because that's another thing that covers up too. When I go the feminist route, the more you bleed into that, the more you become an unenjoyable person and an uninteresting person. Right? Not only that, the direction in which you take things. Because really is some hater shit. She came out with some hater shit. You understand? So anyway, I'm gonna let Amala cook real quick. Let's see what you got to say.
Actress Lupita Nyong'o is now under fire for a woke take on the Odyssey, that film by Christopher Nolan that's coming out soon. We saw this coming. Let's talk about it. Before we get into today's video, please like and subscribe. Now I've stayed away from... It was announced that it was even being created. Now let's go through a little bit of the history on this film. There was backlash that Elliot Page, a trans man, aka a biological woman, has been cast as a man in this film. People were pushing back on the American...
Okay. When people started to see Elliot Page doing the press tour, matter of fact, let's go to that. Elliot Page press tour Odyssey. Elliot Page press tour Odyssey. Really? Crystal, really? Elliot Page press tour. All right, man. All right, perfect. What? Perfect. Okay, here we go. Let's. All right. So if you don't know, if you don't know, this little fella used to be Ellen Page. Now, Ellen Page decided one day that they were a man. Now, I don't know much about Ellen Page in her history and whatnot, but this is just a girl going through some shit. All right, when a woman decides that, you know what, yo, fuck it, I'm gonna do you. She skipped right over stud. All right, and helping a strong single mother raise her kids, and said, listen to me. I am now Elliot. And I think it was the same young lady who's doing this video right here, who spoke to Elliot. No, I'm sorry. I think it was another girl. But I was watching the content creator, and she made this really good point about Elliot Page, or Ellen Page, is someone who's dealing with a traumatic experience, and from what I understand, she's had a bad experience in Hollywood. And for some people, for the most part, whenever people want to make a huge change in themselves to the point where they want to change everything about themselves, that's always a sign of something terrible happening to them in life, right? But anywho, either way, the characters in any of these Greek stories, right, especially when it's war and it's the subject of warriors, Ellen Page was not a tall woman or ever a big woman, a big athletic woman when she was a woman. A lot of us, at first they were saying that she was playing Achilles, right? And people have now seen the trailer for the Odyssey, and seeing her try to play any kind of manner of warrior is fucking ridiculous. So now here we are for the red carpet. First of all, this looks every bit like a woman. This is a woman in a suit. Somehow I'm Elliot. Fuck out of here, Elliot. Nah, man. Nah, I'm not doing that. I can't. You got me in the bricks, man. We're not doing it, man. So, bigger than that, Elliot Page is 5'1". Christopher Nolan thought it would be fly to say, you know what, we need a trans man to be. Matter of fact, you could have had him do anything else. You could have had him be like a messenger, or, you know, someone who, like, I don't know, plays most of the movie sitting down, or or maybe like the gay best friend. You could have had them play anything, but nah, F that. You said, yo, we're gonna cast you as a Greek warrior. Like, all right, when one of the reasons why the movie 300 was such a popular movie was because it inspired people to want to get into the Spartan workout. So the Spartan workout was a famous thing. It's really a myth, honestly. But the idea was that the Spartan warriors were so strong and stuff like that that they were able to be this fierce army. So no, I'm lying. The 300 workout was came from the guy who trained the guys who were in 300, because guys at 300 they were all like just really jacked. So they wanted the movie to look really good, so they really got all the characters as in shape as possible. So that was always an amazing thing. So at that time, that's when people started getting. That's when the concept of having a body transformation started to be more like relatable and accessible, and stuff like that. Levi, please sweep up the floor and clean the table, okay? Now, okay? He making a big mess. But that was when the idea of having a transformation and getting into the gym and eating different and learning how this basically what macros was a newer thing. But I'm speaking to that because whenever you have these movies, most of the time the warriors are topless. Them niggas just walk around topless, tank top armor. You know what I mean? They got a metal plate around like they torso. They got the guns out. You know what I mean? So they gotta be on top of body game. So that's the idea. When Brad Pitt played Achilles back in the day and everything, he's in the best shape of his life. All right, he's on there looking like a man. So here we go from Brad Pitt to matter of fact, fuck that. To this. See this? This is ridiculous. This is the Greek warrior to do. So Christopher Nolan, this is the Greek warrior. This stupid ass movie. Hold on, hold on, real quick. Brad Pitt, Achilles, Elliot Page. There is someone who has been making these shorts and they're freaking hilarious. Yeah, boy, here we go. Here's one.
My arms are getting tired.
I think you should sit this one out, little one. Respectfully, of course. Y'all are a bunch of haters. I'm a man now.
Christopher Nolan, could we make this spear a little lighter? My arms are getting tired.
Hold on, man. It's like countless drawings like this, man. Hold on.
Why does the new Odyssey insist on casting Elliot Page as Achilles while refusing Brad Pitt's return? Elliot Page has made 3 crucial missteps that make the film look ridiculous.
Oh, goodness fucking gracious. So, all right. So anyway, so as time went on, they basically didn't really. How can I say? It's not clear what character she's gonna play at this point because they're saying it's not Achilles, but that's what's going on with this movie. So anyway, one more time, I just want to play this clip from Lupita Nyong'o and what she thought what was basically the best way to use this time. Hold on, come on, history page. It's incorrect. Come on, man, show me some love. Hold on, man. Oh, here we go.
On the American accents, the woke translation that this film is based on, that was written by Emily Wilson.
You know what? Well, we'll end with that. So real quick, even when it comes to the actual source material, Christopher Nolan has decided to go with the Emily Wilson basically, it's not really a translation. From what I understand, this is basically the feminist version of the Odyssey. This is, which is crazy. They called it the Emily Wilson translation. How do you do a new translation of something, of a story that's been around forever? And conveniently, in your translation, all the men are villains, and this basically becomes a feminist manifesto. And that's the thing about the feminist mindset, is that it feeds into the idea that it's okay for you to be a narcissist. It's okay for you to buy into this idea that whatever women do, there's a context to it. It's a reason. There being a reason for it justifies it. For example, when women do terrible things to men, if it's a black woman, the first thing she's going to ask you, what did he do? What did he do to deserve his punishment? Because she definitely decided to pass judgment. Because again, under feminism, all women have the same rights as like a judge and Judge Dredd. You know, in Judge Dredd, it's like a dystopian future where cops have the right to just pass judgment in the street, and they will just they execute you. And that was, that's a part of the movie. So anyway, so bigger than that, I think one of the reasons why someone like Lupita Nyong'o would even buy into this, or even participate, or want to be cast in this, is because of the idea. And again, it's just hard to believe, but with all this evidence that we have online, black women have this thing about competing with white women and getting whatever they think white women have. Whether and it's always, for the most part, black women have this thing about being able to cosplay as Becky, or being, whether it's putting on a blonde weave, straightening your hair. Like, again, we really give Madam C.J. Walker credit as a black historical figure when you made self-hate products. You know what I'm saying? She also had skin bleaching products. One of the most saddest things and one of the most disturbing things I've ever heard of is black people who buy skin lightening creams. That is your complexion is not a medical condition. That's wild. Skin bleaching, skin lightening, and we've seen like people from basically people who are not from here. You'll see people who have those weird complexions, and I remember when I was younger, I didn't understand what that was, and that's skin bleaching, right? And so not only that, Madam C.J. Walker was famous for making the perm a thing, right? And what was the perm for? Even back then, the perm was to give them straight hair like who? Like Becky. And who was that for? Not for you, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, not for you. You know what I'm saying? It's not for you. Not for you, black man. I might come to see you, Otis. I might come to see you, Tyrone. You know what I'm saying? Come to see Bragg. You feel me? So I think that heavily influenced the reason why this girl thought that, you know what? Yes, me and my very dark-skinned self should be Helen of Troy. Now, mind you, this role has been played by a white woman for every time it's ever been cast. Now, mind you, everyone else is kind of at least the right complexion. Now, John Leguizamo may be, I think he's Puerto Rican, but basically a Spanish dude. So they didn't have Spanish dudes in the Odyssey, but he at least doesn't stick out. It's not like Lupita Nyong'o, because she's not just black. Lupita Nyong'o is dark chocolate, meaning that she the kind of dark skin that when you see them around a bunch of white folks, you get nervous, feeling like, oh my god, she's surrounded by them white people. She gives Get Out vibes wherever she go. You know what I mean? And not only that, we know that she doesn't fit within that role. That makes no sense. Not only that, it's not like the male counterpart Odysseus is black or even Puerto Rican. You know what I mean? It's just he's still white guy. He's Matt Damon. So Matt Damon character. First of all, that makes me just think there's something wrong with Odysseus. Because anytime, most of the time, when white guys be divesting a black woman, nigga, she always paying. All right, if you ever want to find a really intelligent black woman, or really a black woman that got her shit together and whatnot, look for a divesting. Most of the time, that's a smart woman. All right, because Akesh, Brad, all right, Lee, they don't, most of the time, they don't mess with broke Keishas, and they don't mess with dumb Keishas. She's not stay-at-home mom. Sometimes it happens. I happen to know one person, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know about now. All right. So anyway, so that was one point I wanted to get to about I thought that really related to the next topic, which is this ongoing thing, which I'm gonna cover it more because there's more to kind of get into about it being a hot topic to talk about Taylor Swift's wedding for black women. Like black women are actually talking about Taylor Swift's wedding. And then and the thing is that, all right, neither Travis Kelce or Taylor Swift, neither one of them are black. Neither one of them are even in black culture in any capacity. Neither one of them are hip hop artists. Neither one of them, it's just in the culture at all, right? But black women have been doing a lot of think pieces and have had a lot to say about this relationship since they got together. From talking bad about how Taylor Swift looks, and basically saying she don't got a big booty like Kelly Nicole, she not a chocolate sister, and it's like, baby, that's the point. That's the point. This is a case study. This is a prime example of how much black women want what Becky got, right? Black women take it personal, or have taken it personal, that Travis Kelce ruined a fantasy. Whenever this happens, it ruins the It ruins the whole. What's the movie? What's the what's it called? The Oval. Whatever movie. Whatever show it is that has Kerry Washington, who is basically like the side chick to the president. Now, I never watched the whole show. I mean, I don't think that she becomes the first lady. If she becomes the first lady at the end of the show, let me know. But I don't think she becomes the first lady. I think she has like a job, right, where she's near the president, and she also bangs the president as the side chick. You know what I mean? So and listen, a lot of y'all be sleeping on the idea or the concept of some women, if they really rock with you, they don't mind what position they play or what order they come in. Especially if you already got a girl. Like, you'll be surprised. I mean, honestly, for the most part, man, listen, when I was in relationships, I mean, there was always someone who's willing to be second fiddle. That don't mind it. Like, for example, there's a few girls I knew from that I worked with back in the day. Like, if I was like on that slime, like on that slime shit where like I'm trying to just bang everything. Oh man, that's not an old man. But the point being is being messy. If I was a messy kind of guy, right? Like, yo, you can get that all day, especially if you was like a desirable dude. Now back then, this is a long time ago, but back then, like I ain't take them nowhere. I never took them nowhere. Okay, like real talk, and that's another thing too. The internet, this sidebar, the internet just keeps exposing what actually be going on. So what keeps getting busted up is this idea that black women are able to divest to white men, and the black men don't get their ish together and whatnot. They're gonna go with it, celebrate it, and they've been trying for centuries. Man, listen, we have never been an actual community that was like all of one mind. It's, for the most part, racism was going on, and the Jim Crow laws was just crazy, and we kind of had to stick together. All right, but once that got dissolved and everything, black family went kaput. All right, and we just ain't been the same since. But a lot of black men are just not hip to like how black women see white men, right? So because a lot of men are not able to understand the concept of status and how the hierarchy works and whatnot, because the thing is that men are more romantic and more loyal when it comes to their love, whereas a woman is just more going to be into what she thinks she can get out of it, the status she thinks she's going to get, the ability, and also the ability and the privilege to shit on other women. You feel me? But bigger than that, a lot of black men don't understand that the reason you have never had to compete with white men for black women. Whereas, like, for example, if a black man wants an attractive white girl, he's going to have to compete. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not really going to see an attractive white woman, especially if she's in shape. Like, you're going to have the bag. All right? Or just have to have your shit together. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to, you know what I mean? It's not going to happen. And you get that because, again, she has attractive white guys who want to talk to her. She has attractive Indian guys who want to talk to her. You understand? So, yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna play this video right here, and yeah.
Here.
Details came out about the lady's wedding, and stick to the end because the last one, I want to see her fans defend this one.
In this video, right, the young lady decides to make a video. Hey, Levi, bring me a sauce out the freezer. The young lady decides to make a video to shit on Taylor Swift's wedding and go. She goes over the details, right? And don't get me wrong, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. You can feel how you want to feel about stuff, right? None of us can speak on what other rich people do with their money and how they choose to go about doing their nuptials and doing their whole like big day, right? She goes over this stuff. I'm like, damn, being a hater is a sickness. That's why whenever you can, and that's why it's important to call out hater behavior, because really it's loser behavior. Anything that stops progress, anything that brings your self-awareness down, that's hater activity, that's loser activity, that's broke nigga activity. Really, can I find my broke nigga activity? Where's it at? Oh man, right there, broke nigga activity, bro. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you, Levi. You're the greatest. I'll never forget you. Broke nigga activity. And nothing about when you lean into being a hater, you get to where it's like you don't realize the joke's on you. Like you're sitting here talking crazy about this person, and you don't realize that you let your emotions, because that's what this really is too. It's a form of acting out. It's the form. All black women are having a tantrum about having this fancy busted up, and now more than ever, like now that we kind of reanalyzing the relationship, I think Travis Kelce more so just didn't say anything. They wasn't having a monogamous relationship on his side. Travis Kelce like to bang black chicks, obviously, right? Because if the one detail that he never bought her nothing says a lot about what the relationship was. That's a millionaire. The only way a millionaire could avoid spending money like that would be like, yo, if you wasn't around a girl like that, or I'm like, how does that work? So when y'all would eat, are you saying that she fed you every time you saw? Because basically that would mean that, yo, every time that he saw her, she fed him and she paid for everything. He started giving a couple of dollars here and there. You know, he said, listen, I know I paid for some pizza here and there. Kill Nicole, now mind, she's a regular person, but this is an attractive girl. This is the kind of girl who can get, at least a dude that makes pretty good money and whatnot. But looking back at that relationship, she was trying to get popping online, and he used to promote her social media. So a lot of black women who pop up online with white men, a lot of times that it's a business arrangement. It's business / pleasure. Now he may be hitting the buns and everything, but a lot of times he's getting a piece of that money, or he's being taken care of by the money generated from that income. Shout out to Queen of Kings. Queen of Kings is basically that's what it is. It's a softcore prawn channel where if you're into like seeing white men with black women, which black women are really into that idea. They don't matter how it comes, all right? That is the ultimate corn. That's the ultimate product for them. And they will buy into that, and they really like it. So anytime that couple breaks up, they take it personal, you know what I mean? And they really took Travis. Now mind, Travis Kelce and Nikhil and Nicole have not said anything bad about one another or said they had any bad breakup, and they've never been in the media for being disrespectful to one another. But over the last 2 years, ever since he got with Taylor Swift, you keep seeing kids just come online talking about their relationship at every turn. Like I think when he proposed, they came online talking about it. Because the idea is like, which is really weird. It's like, all right, so it's a negative thing for him to want to be with Taylor Swift because he used to be with Kayla Nicole. You know what I mean? But again, in that relationship, even when those details came out, that busted up another level of the idea that when black women leave black men, they go and get, no matter who they are. It's not because she's really intelligent and she's very cultured and she has an amazing job and career, because no, it's another thing too. Non-black men are not looking for a broke woman. I don't know where y'all be getting that from. They're not looking for a woman that doesn't have anything going on. Like what y'all do in terms of who works and who doesn't work, and the timeline for that, that's the thing that y'all decide y'all talk about. It's not a given, not a given that you get with a Indian man in his 30s, and then you just straight. Fam, Indian people will do whatever they have to do to get to the next level in life in terms of what they want to live with. Indian people will live in an apartment full of 10 people. They're going to do whatever they got to do to get through school and just do what they got to do. They do not come from a super rich country. You know what I mean? They try to come here and make the most out of things. You know what I mean? And, and that's what they do. And try to, not waste no time. This and that, right? But they don't live a life of luxury. They're able to live in better places because they're willing to live together. They're willing to stay together for a little bit. You know what I mean? Until, maybe, you don't need to stay with your family no more. You make enough money. You say, nah, fuck that. I'm going to go get my own thing. But, you're going to really come across Asian families where it's just it's just one family there. Nah, all out times the grandparents in the basement. Okay, the kids there, the parent. You know what I mean? Like cousins, aunts is there because they're doing what they got to do to survive. You know what I mean? But anyway, let it rock.
According
And she's talking about Taylor Swift.
to the Daily Mail, apparently everybody had to eat the food in the buffet line, which is crazy because if you have 1,000 people that you invited to a wedding, how the hell you gonna have a buffet? Allegedly, the guests were invited through series of text messages.
She's critiquing them having a buffet. My ninja, you don't know what's at the buffet. Like what's wrong with the buffet? What's wrong with the buffet? And you know what? AC gonna make a good point about. Okay, but y'all don't be like, you haven't been. When the last time you've been to a wedding? And when you even want to have a wedding? Most y'all don't be ever having weddings. So like, how you gonna speak on how someone should run a wedding when y'all don't be having weddings? Y'all don't get married. I'm saying like you don't. Anytime anytime you meet a black person who's not like African or Haitian, and they say that they married and whatnot, you're always a little bit surprised. Especially if the woman says she married. I'm always surprised. You feel me? So like this whole video is like embarrassing. So you want to hate on Beloved the whole video. Like she hates on her the whole video. Who shits on someone for how they fed their guests? You don't know what the buffet. Obviously the buffet was like now mind you, she didn't hear like these like bad reviews from someone. She's going over the details of the wedding and basically shitting on every detail of the wedding.
Her and her now husband Travis decided to take 40 minutes to say their vows, and in which she saved part of it. Let me go. She walked out the aisle to her own song. Because why would you do that? Anyways, it's giving prom. But anyways, allegedly there was a raffle where she's giving out guests Cartier watches and...
This is the doozy right here. She said, apparently there was a raffle where she gave out Cartier watches. Cartier watches are not like toys. They're not things that people could just give away. Those are very expensive fucking items. And they had them for a raffle. They were giving them away. It's one thing if like we're speaking on something that is a relatable everyday thing. So for example, the way that she's talking about this shit is the way that someone talks about like a really ghetto birthday party. And that's another thing too. Black women have a hard time not trying to bring everyone down to being like the level of like being a nigga. You know what I mean? Because this is how black folks talk about each other. Like black people will come to your birthday party, to come to your event, and then go home and leave there and go call people who know you, or maybe not, and actually talk shit about whatever they saw at your event, saw at your house, or saw at the birthday party, whatever, and tell someone how your house look and everything. Now, mind you, me personally, I've never been the kind of person that like wants to broadcast someone's flaws or mishap, or you know what I'm saying, or what's bad about them. That's not unless I had a negative experience with someone where they're like trying to be unpleasant or trying to be disrespectful or something like that. But I'm not going to call people to talk badly about my neighbor or someone who invited me to their house. All right. So she's talking about this the way that you would talk about like a ghetto ass birthday party. Like all right, so girl, first of all, the clown smell like weed. You know what I mean? And they know he wanted to do all the tricks sitting down. You know what I mean? And you know he kept losing his space, and he tried to tie the balloons and everything. He kept losing his space, and the balloons kept popping. Every time he tried to make a dog and a bear and shit like that. Or so so there was a whole fist fight between the uncle and the first baby daddy. Like that's how she's talking about the whole function, as if like, yeah, this is just so ghetto. Like Cartier watches, a buffet, secret invites. Like, what are you talking about? Coming out to your own song, nigga. It's Taylor Swift. Now, mind you, we're black, so we're not really that hip to her music, but this person is so successful. She's a billionaire off of music. Okay, like let that sink in. She's a billionaire. She's worth $1 billion from the music she puts out. Not only that, my nigga, it's her wedding. So what? Like you choose the song. Like what? Then she had an opinion about their nuptials. So what? She wanted to sing. So what? Like that? So you think it's unnatural for a singer to sing to their man? That's weird. That's what singing is. Singing is singing to your lover. What? Now, mind you, I don't really fall tale like that. I just know that she's a big artist. But these videos right here, we're gonna end it right here. 'Cause I gotta go to sleep. These videos, especially for black men out there, these videos have been a great example and case study in terms of how we are not on the same page. We are in two different groups, son. And it is what it is. I think the divide has happened. There's no changing it. I think videos like this help black men understand, like you were fighting a losing battle. Like, they never gonna be on your side. That fact ain't like if you a black man, no one's ever gonna be on your side except for like other black men and like cool ass, and like cool ass white boys. You know what I mean? As far as like someone who won't like stick up for you and and care about your well being and what's best for you and so on and so forth. And again, like, this isn't the only video out there. Like AC has covered like countless videos of black women making TikToks talking about their relationship. And now, mind you, again, there are no black people involved between Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, right? They're not in black culture. They're not on the remix to no black music. You know what I'm saying? Travis Kelce, I don't think Travis Kelce even hang out with black guys. You know what I'm saying? Especially after he started wearing that cop mustache. You know what I'm saying? That patrol officer mustache. You feel me? But anyway, yeah, bro. That's all I got for right now, man. Y'all be easy out there. Peace. Like the video.